Hi, this is me Monday evening wearing my not very happy face. Well, if you follow me, you know that last week I was supposed to go and see the consultant and it got cancelled right at the last minute because he had an emergency at home and he had to go home. So they rearranged it for me to see his second in command today. Well, I went along there and the clinic was running an hour behind, so instead of being 4:15 when I should have been seen, it was about 5:25. I goes in and I thought, it's a bit strange, he's coming with no notes, nothing. And he said, we have a bit of a problem. So I thought, this isn't good. He said, the MRI scan that you had 4 weeks ago, the radiologist hasn't looked at it yet, so we don't have any results. He said if it had been an x-ray I could have pulled it up on the system. Because it's an MRI scan, it has to be seen by somebody who can read them properly. So I thought, this is great. Why is it always me? Always me. Anything's going to go wrong, it's always happening to me. So I said, well, when is he going to read them? So he says, oh, I'll send him an email. He said, but it could be about a week before he reads it. I thought, oh, God, honestly. You know, and you feel like screaming in the middle of the hospital. And I thought, well, it's no good me yelling at him because it's not his fault. He's just telling me the message that he hasn't got anything to work with. He said, I'll give you this note. He said, make an appointment for 2 to 3 weeks. But I'll give you a number to ring. He said, before you come down next time, can you ring the secretary up and make sure the results have come in before you come down again? And I said, look, this is ridiculous. I said, this has been going on since November. I said, I've been in pain since November. I did at least think I was going to get an answer today. And he says, well, I'm terribly sorry, he said, but there's nothing I can do. So I came back and I was so peed off, absolutely peed off. This isn't the first time this has happened, something similar. When I was supposed to have a back operation and they postponed it because I was overweight. We're talking when I was about 7 stone lighter than I am now. And then when I rang up, they denied all knowledge of me ever being there. And it was only when I got my local member of parliament involved that they actually pulled the finger out and found everything. Anyway, there is a complaints procedure. It's like patient's line or something, I don't know whether you can complain. But either way, that means I've got another 2 to 3 weeks of pain before I get any diagnosis. And apparently there is nothing that he can do because somebody hasn't read my things. Normally, apparently, they come back within a week. It's been over 4 weeks, almost 5 weeks since I had my MRI scan. So what's better than they've lost them? That's what always happens to me. My notes go missing, things go wrong. I just must be very unlucky. Anyway, for the sake of my sanity, I haven't even crocheted today. I've just been so because I had a terrible night last night again. My arm was absolutely killing me. I woke up about 4 times. But when I woke up this morning, I thought, never mind. I'm going to get an answer today. I'm going to get an answer to this problem. Well. Anyway, enough of that. I finished the pink. There it is. It looks a bit frilly at the bottom actually, but it's not going to be when it's stretched out to the right size. Hasn't been blocked or anything. So it's a larger size one to go on the Etsy shop. One of my ladies suggested that I put on, you know, sizes, but I can't really put sizes I can put bust sizes, length and everything like that, but I can't really put like size 22, size 24, because the UK sizes are size different than what the US are. So I think I would just confuse everybody if I put like UK so and so, US such a thing, you know, because I'm not au fait with the sizes in the US, so I don't want to mislead anybody. So I'm probably just going to put the bust size down. Anyway, the pink one I've just done, I used that pattern, but as you know, I think I did tell you, this is King Cole 3542. But because I didn't have enough yarn, I made the neckline just into a scoop, and I didn't put any sleeves in. But I'm doing this one in I've got enough yarn for this one to do the V-neck and to do the sleeves. So this is going to be about a 52-inch bust, I think, 54-inch bust if I stretch it. Maybe 56 if I stretch it. But I know it's pink and I know it's stripy. But I am of the opinion that just because you're fluffy doesn't mean you have to dress drab. Okay, if you're not a pink lady, you're not a pink lady, right? But, you know, it's summer and embrace your size, you know, don't hide away wearing black. You know, just be who you are. I mean, if you're happy wearing black, fine. Wear your black, because I do. You know, wear a lot of black. So all I'm saying is once in a while, let your colour shine through. You know, if you want to wear red, wear red. Whatever. Oh dear. The surveyor came today and had a look round, and I said to him, a small bedroom at the front, I said, you're going to have a problem. You know, the little bedroom. Anyway, he came downstairs and said, you're not kidding. He said, this. I did manage to put my feet in it to measure it, he said, but it is a bit crowded in there, isn't it? And I thought, it is. So he didn't make a comment on whether or not it'll go through, or I suppose it's not his decision, is it? What he'll do is he'll, you know, send his results back to the mortgage lender, and then we will see how they react. I can't see that there'll be a problem, but you know, we never know. Anyway, I sent a little message to my next door neighbour Julie, you know, my holiday home next door, and told her what had been going on today. And I said, oh, can I ask you a big favour? You know, can I possibly use your conservatory to take some photos next Friday? And she said, oh yeah, that's not a problem, my dad will be here. So quite what her dad will make of me and Sue. Sue will be in an element because, you know, she loves Scotland so much. And Julie is a Scot, and of course her father is obviously a Scot, because he still lives up there. But sorry about an eyelash in your eye. He still lives up there. So Sue will be in her element if she comes on Friday, having somebody to talk to about Bonnie Scotland. So I'll be doing the photography and she'll be talking to Julie's dad. Oh dear. I sent everybody, well, everybody can think of a message. I put a message on Facebook saying I was a bit pissed off, you know. Oops, shouldn't say that, a bit peed off. But what can I do? What can I do? Get mad, do everything like that, but there isn't anything I can do besides being mad. Go and track down the radiographer and say, oi, why haven't you read my MRI scan? Are you dreaming? Have you put it underneath a pile? Have you hidden it somewhere? What have you done with it? Look at it now. So I'm sending out a plea to the ethos, or whatever we call it. They say if you put your pleas out there in the atmosphere or in the air and that, that somebody listens, don't they? So, if anybody out there's listening, please get my radiographer or whoever he is to unearth my scan and have a look at it. And then please let the secretary ring me to tell me there's an appointment next week. Not 2 to 3 weeks. He said, I'd really like you to come back in 2 weeks. He said, but I think that clinic's overbooked already. This is the state of our NHS. I'm not saying anything about the doctors or the nurses. They do an absolutely sterling job. It's just bureaucracy, red tape, the fact there's not enough bums on seats. It's just, they're cutting back, and people are expected to do too many things, and this is what happens. People like me slip through the net. So that's it. Well, we'll have to see what happens when we come out of the EU. I'm not going to get political. I have no strong views either way, so I'm not going to make a comment. All I hope is, no matter what the decision was, that everything turns out a bit better than it's been in the past. So I don't know whether that would happen if we're out, or whether it would have happened if we'd have stayed in. I have no idea. You know, I'm kind of like old enough to remember when we were voted to go in. And I didn't vote to go in, I voted to stay out. But then it happened, and you think, well, make the best of it, don't you? See how it goes. They told us all these stories about how wonderful it was going to be for us. But I never quite believed them. And I don't quite believe them when they say we'll be better off coming out of it. So, who do I believe? I believe in me. I don't believe in the radiographer. Still, I believe in my crochet. I'm going to get on with my crochet. I haven't even undone the round sweater yet, because today I was waiting for the surveyor to come, so I didn't want to start doing anything. And this afternoon, of course, I was at the hospital. So it could only happen to me. Are you unlucky like that? Do you get all keyed up and all excited about something only to have the rug pulled out from underneath you? I feel that life somehow caused nah at me. I had to walk to the orthopaedic department, and it was way at the other end of the hospital. And I was having a sort of giggle to myself as I was walking down, saying, I had my crutches because I can't walk that far. I'm thinking, I'm going with my arm, and my hip was killing me. And I thought, I'm going in with the wrong bit here today. I had to keep stopping and leaning against the wall because my hip was just going, ying, ying, ying. So, I'm going to the vets. Gigi's had far better treatment than I've had. Little sausage. He didn't like being left, because I had to put him in his cage because I had to leave him. And when I came in, I could hear him squeaking. He squeaks. Anyway, hopefully, I don't know whether we'll have time on Friday, if Sue does come, to take the photographs and to make a video. We'll have to see how it goes. As I said before, I can't take a video of us taking the photos because I've only got one camera. I could do it borrow my son's, except I can't work it. So take a photograph of us making a video. Taking photos. It would have been interesting, that, wouldn't it? A video of us taking photos and what we talk about and what we do. That would have been an interesting video. But I've only got one camera, so no can do. Right, I'm definitely going. It's a little bit late, but I do feel like having a rum and coke or something. Don't take a drink very often. It's very rare I have a drink, but I just feel like I need something to calm me down. So as I don't take Valium or anything like that, you know, that would go like that and zzz, I'll have a rum and coke. So I will say cheers to that. And if you've got to do anything, can you just keep your fingers crossed that I'll get some results soon. Speak to the ethos, or whatever it's called, the atmosphere. Send Janet some results, please, because she's waited way too long to know anything. So I don't often ask you to do things for me, but please, fingers crossed, say your prayers, do whatever you want to do, sit and chant if you know, whatever religion you are. I'm open to offers, I'm open to suggestions. Just keep me in your thoughts, please, and just mentally give the radiology a kick up the you-know-whatsy and tell him to find John's results and scan them and look at them, please. Right, I'm going to go now. Hopefully I'll get this one edited by the lovely Zoe, so 24 Karat Crochet. Do watch her videos, don't forget. One day, I keep saying this, I will make a list of the videos that I do watch, because I like to see new videos myself, and I tend to look at what people have been looking at and recommended, and then I find different people to watch. Because a lot of my, you know, the people I used to watch, for some reason or other, they seem to have disappeared off the face of the earth, you know. Stop making videos, I suppose it's just the way of the world, isn't it? It's like me with my blog. I stopped doing my blog a long time ago. I found that I was kind of like repeating myself. I was like, you know, blogging, Facebooking, doing whatever, and it was all the same. Yeah, and I didn't feel as though I could do justice to doing it in like 3 different places. So I just dropped the blog, because I found it far harder to type than I do to sit in front of you and go, you give me dub 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 dub. Anyway, for the 3rd time, but this time I am going. So I hope I hope you all have a nice week, and that everything in your life goes well. Your crocheting, your knitting. I won't say what's on your looms and hooks, because that's Dina's saying. Mosquito Valley. But I hope everything's going well for you. So bye for now. Bye bye.